Hi, my name is Luke Wahlers, and this is my online public speaking class, and this is my informative speech, and here are my 8 assistants.
Bieber,
Jamie,
Sean,
Alberto,
Shallon, Christine,
Corey,
Cheryl,
Alright, my informative speech is on Hayao Miyazaki, and very highly influential Japanese animation artist, and he's basically up there with Walt Disney, and a lot bigger nationally known than Walt Disney is, which is very surprising because you think Walt Disney is the biggest conglomerate corporation in the world, and it's really, you know, his animation surpasses it by far. Basically, I'm going to be telling you about, you know, who he is, his early life, how he got started into animation, how he founded Studio Ghibli, which is his studios, like Walt Disney, and, you know, the influence he has on us Americans and nationally today. First of all, Hayao Miyazaki was born in 1941 in Tokyo, Japan, and he's 69 years old right now, and he was brought up during World War II, which was really awkward during that time in Japan, and his parents were really big aviation mechanics for the military, so he was brought up to basically be an pilot and, you know, learn about that a lot, and, you know, his other priorities were set aside. Once he first got into high school, and this is all coming from his book called Starting Point. First got into high school, he saw his first animated film, which was a full-length animated full-color film, and that's when he became inspired to become an animator. Then, you know, after that he knew what he wanted to do. He went to graduate school, he went to college, and he, you know, basically studied film. And the only thing that they had with film or comics was a children's literature club. And that was the closest thing they had to comics back in Japan. So this was really, you know, really hard to get into this, you know, animation field at this time, because, you know, it just was unheard of in Japan. And after college, he joined Toei Animation, which is a really big animation company worldwide, and they make hundreds and hundreds of films a year and thousands of, you know, episodes and everything. They're really well known. And he became a storyboard artist for a lot of the main pictures. And one day he went in and he told his boss that basically the ending for a movie was really bad, so he wanted to redo it. So they basically used his ending, and then that's how he got started in Toei Animation, and he really got recognized for that and started branching out and doing a lot of his stuff, a lot of his influential stuff. And one of his first films was called Nausicaa, and a lot of his films have, you know, very underlying meaning, which a lot of animated films do not have. And this was about the environment and how we're basically, you know, messing it up. And he took this into consideration, and it was, you know, it was a groundbreaking film. It still is a groundbreaking film. The visuals are just amazing. So after, you know, he did that, he decided that he wanted to go on his own. And so he made up Studio Ghibli, and I'm going to pan again right now. Alright, and he established Studio Ghibli in 1985, and this was when a lot of animation was becoming really big, right before all the computers were, you know, put into it. And you know, he made tons and tons of short films and tons of long films, and one of his biggest breakthroughs nowadays is a film that was released in 1997 called Princess Mononoke. And this was one of the first films to be recognized as an actual film in the Japanese culture. And it went head to head with a major film, Titanic, which we all know, and that's, you know, a super film, and it made millions and billions of dollars. I have a little chart here to show you. 1997, this is Titanic. This made over 600 million in the box office in Japan. And then this is Princess Mononoke, which came out the same year. And this is Hayao Miyazaki, so I should have recognized that earlier. And then, you know, this is when people started to realize that his films are really a major deal. So he went on to make his next film, which was actually incorporated with Disney, and that's called Spirited Away, and that's this one, this picture right here. And when that released, it actually surpassed Titanic, which is pretty unbelievable, because that's a, you know, that movie went head to head with Avatar, which we all know nowadays. And it also was one of the first films to make an American Academy Award, which is pretty amazing for an animation film because that's the first of its kind. And this graph and everything that's got from IMDb, which is a film website. And this is also from IMDb and Starting Point. This is what he's mainly known for. In 1988, he made My Neighbor Totoro. In 1997, Princess Mononoke. In 2001, Spirited Away. In 2004, Howl's Moving Castle. And Spirited Away, once again, that was, you know, the major one that made the Academy Award. And this is also his museum that they dedicated to him, and he made that has all his works, and it's really, I've been there last summer, and it's really an amazing place. And pan again to, and why, you know, is it important for us to know about Hayao Miyazaki, and that is, you know, he's really influential on American culture, believe it or not. You know, Walt Disney and they both have a lot of influences with each other. A lot of their films are very similar. The director of Toy Story was head partners in Spirited Away. They, you know, him and Disney Corporation have been, you know, their intertwining messages in their films have just been, you know, so subdued that we Americans don't even realize it. But on a, you know, a huge scale, Hayao Miyazaki is, you know, his films are way up there with Disney. And that's Hayao Miyazaki. I hope, you know, you enjoyed my informative speech on him, and I hope you learned, you know, a little bit about him and his history. Thank you very much.